Hey everybody, Brett from Stories Gaming here with the first episode in our latest Cortex Command Warhammer 40k campaign. So this time around we will be playing as the Orcs. Just a little dramatic pause there. We'll be playing as the Orcs because they won the vote by popular demand. If you didn't get a chance to vote, I'm sorry, but we waited a whole week and I posted the link several times. Um, so hopefully if you wanted to weigh in on this, you got a chance to. But yeah, so the Orcs won. Um, they had about 50% of the vote. I'll try to remember to post the graphic here showing the results. But I think the Orcs won, followed by the Tau. Um, and then I think Necrons maybe had a couple. But you'll see the picture, hopefully. Otherwise, you can if you click on the previous video, the link is still up and you can go see the results. Um, But yeah, so we will be playing as the orcs, and I'm gonna try my best to actually let's set this up first. We want to go maximum brains. Let's crank the difficulty up to let's go and like not all the way to the end. How about right there? No, not nuts. Let's do hard, like the highest hard. Um, Most possible sites, lowest possible gold to start. If you're wondering why my mouse is being dumb and you haven't followed this series, I'm playing the game in windowed mode because it's the only way I can get it to record. And the mouse in this game is already very buggy, even in full screen. And so when I have it in windowed mode and then I turn the sensitivity up to be able to move the mouse around, it just jumps randomly. So it's very difficult for me to click things. It doesn't matter as much when we get into game, but it is still very frustrating. But it's the only way I can get it to record. And so during the menu stuff, I generally use the keys, the arrow keys, and I clearly clicked orc there, and it didn't decide to choose it. So let's try that again. And this is probably going to be the most difficult thing we do in this episode is just setting the game up, because the battles generally don't go all that hard. Let's see, for green, let's do Necrons. I thought I had Necrons selected there. We won't be showing Tau in this campaign either, unfortunately. I actually started recording this already with the Tau as part of it, and they seem to crash the game consistently for some reason. It may be because they don't have a brain unit assigned, whether that be like a vanilla brain or um, what have you. They don't seem to have anything assigned, and so, okay, I pretty clearly clicked Imperium there. But yeah, anywho, the game would crash consistently every time I tried to battle them. So, yeah, unfortunately, we won't be showing Tau. Um, I'm a little bit bummed because I'm curious to see. No, I want chaos. Where's chaos? Chaos, chaos, chaos. I'm curious to see, how they work, but it just doesn't seem to want to happen. So let's make sure we rename these as the races or factions, just so we can easily tell what they are. Because player 2 is not that useful. Necrons is a lot more useful, so I know what I'm up against. And we'll just call these guys Imperium. And once again, we have Chaos. And let's go ahead and start. So day 1. Oh, what did I do? Resume campaign. I thought I clicked start. Okay. So let's see. A little bit different layout than we had last time. Tundra, plains, forest, and mountains. I generally go for mountains first. I'm going to try to play it a little bit different this time. And let's go for the forest. Oh, we need to continue first. So let's go to the forest here. We'll scan it. Let's do it later, because it doesn't matter when. And then we'll put most, but not all of our funds into an attack. Now, this turn is always like Russian roulette, because you don't know who's going to attack where. And so you could either get lucky and not have to fight any battle to take it, or you might have to fight everybody. It's a complete toss-up. So let's see what happens. It looks like, okay, we got off lucky here. And it looks like everybody's going to get lucky here. Everybody chose one because we have 4 battles. So we'll take this. It still costs you some money. But it looks like everybody managed to pick one that nobody else chose. So that's pretty rare occurrence. Statistically, it's not very likely to happen. But it did, and that's pretty cool. So everybody starts out with a base now, which is interesting. Day 2, let's get started here. We get our 1,000. You guys know the drill. We'll skip that. So here, we're just going to throw in about 400 or 500 and leave it at that. We won't be doing any base building. And so this actually puts us in a really interesting place here. Because if you watched the last campaign, what I like to do is, after the first turn, there's generally 1 or maybe 2 open territories still. And so all the factions set their sights on those after the first turn because they're still unclaimed. And so what I like to do is when they're going after those open ones, I attack somebody because generally most of their money is invested in taking the new province or site or whatever. This time around, that's not the case, and so it's kind of just, again, a weird toss-up because everybody's going to attack somebody, but who, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking of going for the plains here. And let's see, that is chaos. That might not be the best idea, but we'll try it. And obviously we're going to scan our site later, and then we'll throw in most of our money, but let's not throw in all of it. 1,000 should be enough. Well, probably not, but we'll see if we can make do with it. If I could just click this X, there we go. And let's go ahead and end our turn. We'll skip that. And, oh wow, double attack here, so yeah. Not only do we have to deal with the defending chaos, but it looks like the Imperium's going to throw their hat into this battle too. And there's going to be 2 other battles. Hopefully we're not getting attacked because we don't have a lot left to defend with. But let's go ahead and start. So the Orcs do have one advantage, and that's their dropship. It is very, very cheap. And by cheap, I don't mean inexpensive. And you'll see why in a second. Let's see. Let's go here. So basically, what this thing does is it just plummets into the ground. And unfortunately, it does damage your brain a little bit, which I don't like. I don't think that's a good idea. Let's see. Yeah, he took some damage there. But he should be okay for the most part. I'm going to put him down here in sentry mode. Do you have a gun? Yeah, you have several guns, actually. Why don't you get a gun out as well? How about a real gun? There you go. Stop taking out your sword or whatever that is. You don't really need a giant axe, you need a gun. And I'm going to say the same for you. They love those axes, I don't know what it is. Okay, so let's see, what's the plan here? They're going to drop somebody in right there. Looks like blue's already right up on them. Chaos is going to drop that guy in, so let's get a gun out. Oh, somebody just... Wow, he got annihilated. I'm going to actually form a squad here, and we're going to try to grab that Chaos rifle. Oh, God, that almost crushed me. There's a lot of good stuff right here. Come on, small jump, small jump. You can do it. Drop that, pick that up, and then drop the rest of this junk. Oh no, I dropped the one I wanted. Start shooting or something. Oh god. Okay, somebody just slaughtered these guys. This isn't going very well. The Orcs have very, very underpowered weapons. Their dropship is really good though. Let's see, let's use it. I don't really care, just bring them in. They spawn with weapons, so I don't need to actually choose them. I'm gonna aim for their brain and see if I can't deal with them right off the bat here, and let's see how this plays out. Yeah, so we actually killed their brain just by crushing him, and we won. Apparently, they dealt with the Chaos Marines. So yeah, we won without killing anybody with our actual troops and just crushing them with a dropship. So as I said, a little bit unbalanced there, but again, their weapons aren't very good. So let's see. Over here, it looks like the Necrons are going to take a shot at us. And the Necrons are a bit of a threat when on the offensive. Their main drawback is that they don't have a brain that can dig. And so the AI tends to have a problem using them for that reason. What's going on? Who are you? What are you? This is some vanilla unit, it looks like. Like either a skeleton or something of that sort. He has a SMG, which is not going to be all that useful. However, if I can get him just somewhere, really, somewhere to defend the base. And actually what I should probably do is, let's see, presets. Call this in. Oh, we can't afford it. Let's get rid of one of these. We'll just call in 2. And actually, we'll just try the same thing. If I can land this on their brain, we should be okay. And he's still exposed, so I think we'll be just fine. Yep, and there it is. So hopefully not all of our battles are won with that, but it looks like it's definitely going to be very helpful. Okay, so we managed to defend that, and it looks like yellow's Chaos, right? Yeah, so it looks like Chaos is going to attack the Imperium. We'll see who wins that one. Looks like the Imperium held on to it. So let's start day 3. Now we have double the income here. What I'm going to do this turn is we're going to play a little bit of defense because we are the biggest target now. So I'm going to put basically 1,000 into each base if I can. And we'll just spend everything on defense this time around in the assumption that, you know, we're going to get attacked at least once here. Okay, so yeah, we're going to get attacked by the Necrons once again. And there's one more battle. It may be another attack on our other base. So hopefully we can hold them off again. I imagine we will be able to, because worst case scenario, I can just drop something on them. But before we do that, let's try to get this guy to safety. If we can. He doesn't seem to be all that interested in... Come on, you can do it. Okay, so this is actually a very poorly built base. But, I think we'll be okay with these two right here. Anybody that drops down here will get chopped by one guy and shot by the other. Oh. Can you get a gun out? That would be really useful. So at least our guns do damage to the Necrons. The axes do decent damage, but not nearly as good a damage as like a digger would. So he's gone. Can you move? Okay, you have a decent gun from the looks of it. It doesn't do really any penetration damage though. And we're kind of stuck. So I'll put him on sentry duty and let's hop over to this mech. I forget what these are called. Something cans. Oh, is that like a shotgun? Interesting. Well, that's pretty cool. I don't know that I want to leave the base exposed by moving him, though. Just shoot him in the face. You're not doing a very good job of shooting him in the face. Wow, that's so inaccurate. Okay. I'm sure eventually we will do enough damage to his head here to kill him. But the spread on this weapon, it may as well be like a burst fire shotgun because it's just all over the place. And how he hasn't killed any of these three yet is beyond me. Because he's just basically shooting fish in a barrel right now. I mean, the guy on the right's bleeding out from the look of it. But I'm standing right in front of this guy and I'm not dead yet. God, these guns are so bad. Okay. So he's dealt with. I'm going to pick up the heavy digger. And let's try to jump up there and kill him close range with this. Or actually, I guess we could just dig our way out. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And before I get too far, let's check on this. Nothing going on over there. Okay. Yeah, we got way too many weapons here. I'm going to drop that. Drop that. Drop that. And looks like they're just going to stand underneath him while he shoots at them. I was hoping they'd follow me into this hole, but it doesn't seem like they're going to. I just kind of need to angle my way up and out of here if we can. He's starting to follow, but I think it's going to be too late. He's actually doing okay. I mean, he's taking some damage, but not nearly enough to kill him. If we can get that plasma pistol, that would be great, because that'll do a lot more damage than what our previous gun was. Although this digger at close range is probably our best choice of weapons. That's not a good time to reload. Not a good time at all. Okay, he's dealt with. He is not somebody we want to fight at close range, and I did not want to fall down there. Okay, come on, come on, you can do it, you can do it. Jump, jump. Yeah. They do that. I'm just gonna take a bunch of shots at him from here. Let's go ahead and bring in somebody. It's too expensive. Let's do that. We'll just try to. Let's just try to land on him. If we miss, we'll pick up something and shoot him with it. Yeah, we got him. So we're gonna have to rely on that tactic, I think, unfortunately, because it seems to work really, really well. And I think we have time for one more turn. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, okay, we're going to get attacked again. So we'll probably have to fight this battle and then end the episode. But let's go ahead and see if we can't hold chaos off here. I imagine if we call in a dropship on their heads, we could deal with this rather quickly. But it looks like the base got built up slightly. So let's try to get him inside. I don't know how he ended up back outside. Oh, it got built up quite a bit, actually. We still don't really have any means of gold digging, unfortunately. Because none of these guys will spawn with any semblance of tools. So, sort of just have to dig in here. Let's see, can they get in this way? Yeah, they can. Why are you so heavy? Okay, that's a good spot right there. Over here, you need a gun. You also need a gun. Drop that, because I don't want him using it. And let's try to get up right about here so that he can kind of shoot from cover. Oh, that's exactly what I didn't want to do. Can you, there you go. Pick that up. And actually right here is an okay spot. Just go ahead and shoot him from there. Actually, I might have to do it myself. This probably isn't going to go well because, as you'll see in a second here, their armor is ridiculously powerful. So he's down. My legs are down. My body is down now, and the rest of me is down. Okay. So, let's drop your stupid choppa, and then hopefully we can hold these guys off. I'm actually going to go into the buy menu, and we'll just buy something stupid cheap. No, I want preset. Just call in that and get rid of all these guys. No. Okay, can I afford one of them? Not even. can I afford anything? Just call in something on an orc dropship. Destroy, shoot. He's pretty far down there. Let's try for it. We are not doing so well here. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I thought so. We actually landed a lot of shots. We just weren't able to break through his armor. Which, again, without plasma weapons, I don't know how we're going to do. But yeah, so right back to where we started from. Although we traded with Chaos. And we might have time for one more. Let's see, so another gold site. I tend to not go for gold sites when they are first available, because it is very much a free-for-all. So what I like to do is go for somebody else while everybody goes for the new one. So I'm going to attack the Necrons here. And we're gonna go all in, I think. We're going to play a little bit... Oh, wow, all in apparently isn't very much. That's going to be not such a good idea. But let's try it. We don't have a whole lot to lose other than brains, which will be okay, I think. Oh, it's because most of it was still invested in that. Got it. Skip. Start. Hopefully we don't get attacked this turn because we don't have any funds to work with. How's that scan come in? Okay. I'm going to land on this guy. Hopefully this doesn't kill our brain by landing on a hard surface. I don't know how this is going to play out. It seemed to play out okay. No, it didn't. Okay. So the dropship killed our brain. The fall actually didn't. The dropship did. Which, yeah, I mean, I guess that's the trade-off for playing an orc faction. So, looks like there's a battle here. Necrons and Imperium both went for it. Necrons have pretty good advantage. But it looks like the Imperium's going to take it. Wow. With less than half the investment. Pretty good on their part. So let's go ahead and end the day here. And I think we'll end the episode here as well. So we didn't do as well as I'd hoped, but we did okay. We are playing on a little bit harder difficulty than we have in the past. So that's going to be part of it. We're also playing, in my opinion, one of the weaker factions. Obviously, we can kind of cheat with the dropship. However, that requires gold to kind of take advantage of where... you know, once you have units in play and set up, you don't really need gold, although obviously to get them you do. So other than dropship spam, we really don't have something to lean on right now. Our weapons do not damage Chaos. They only slightly damage Necrons, and I imagine they'll probably do okay against Imperial Guardsmen, but if we start seeing Ultramarines, we're probably going to have a hard time with them too. But other than that, I think we should be okay as long as I play smart, and we'll try to avoid Chaos as much as we can, I think, because we'll have a harder time against them than the other two, I imagine. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Both of those help me out very, very much, and it lets me know what you guys like to see and that you're enjoying the content. Feel free to share the videos as you see fit, and I will see you guys back here for part 2 of our Cortex Command Warhammer 40k Orc campaign.